In this video, I'm taking a look at a double-walled stainless steel thermos / food container. Alright, so I'm taking a look at this food container. They have an assortment of different colors. It's stainless steel and it's double-wall insulated. It has a rubber portion on the bottom so it's not going to slip or slide, and it's quite impressive. So we'll get to that here in just a moment, but let me show you what's included real quickly just so you see. This is the box that it comes in, which is interesting. It has a small little user manual, user guide. It does have an email address in here, and it does say lifetime warranty on this, so you can contact them very easily through this. You don't have to go looking for an email. It has these little stickers, so if you're gonna have this for a child, I guess that's a really good thing. You have your outer lid, which has sort of a little handle on it. So you have two different colors of blue. I like blue, so that works out really well for me. Of course, you can choose whatever color you like. You have a two-part lid. So this part here in the middle is a little rubber piece that could be popped out, and that actually for cleaning purposes and what have you, but you can actually have a small hole so it actually goes all the way through. You can see right there. You have the ring here that creates the seal. This portion here is a nesting area for a foldable fork and spoon, which are included, so you can choose which one and drop it in there. I'll show you that here in a moment. And then this goes on top. There are the fork and the spoon, and they're actually a pretty heavy gauge metal, and the way they're designed, they have a little lip or little tab right there and right there, so they won't go any further than that. So when they fold up to be very compact, but when you unfold them, they hit that tab, they don't go any further. So if I were like trying to push down to cut food, it's not going to bend. Unfortunately, if you're left-handed, that's not going to be the case. So it's definitely designed for right-handed, so I guess you'd have to turn it around that way and use it and then flip it back over to eat. As far as this lid is concerned, it can nest right in there. It's got a spoon pictured on the top of it, and there's a little tab, so you just grab that and open it. So that's really cool. So let's get to the main thing that I wanted to talk to you about. Alright, so what I did here for testing purposes, maybe not the extremely scientific, but somewhat orderly method, I suppose. I took tap water, just regular tap water, and filled it 1 cup full, and then added the rest all with ice, and I left it for about 15 minutes to kind of get sort of an equalized temperature, so to speak. The temperature in the room stayed pretty consistent, right in the neighborhood of about 70 degrees through all testing, and after 15 minutes I opened it, I took a temperature measurement, and the temperature starting out was 32.5 degrees. I waited for 12 hours, came back, opened it, measured it, 33.1 degrees. So if you want to keep something cold for a really long time, this is definitely going to be ideal for that. Really cool. Like that a lot. Did the same basic thing with hot, except for in that case, I filled it with tap water, heated the water up, poured it in, waited 15 minutes. Temperature was 201.3, waited 6 hours, and came back, and it was 143.8. It was definitely very hot still. So certainly not as good as the cold, but we are talking about twice, the length of time. And just because I was curious with the cold, after it only dropped from 32.5 to 33.1, such an insignificant amount of drop, I actually waited another 10 hours, just happened to be the time that I decided, and it was 33.3. So even after all of that time, nearly an entire 24-hour cycle, close to, the temperature dropped only a couple of degrees. So if you are trying to carry a cold beverage, like, well, water primarily is ideal, I think, this is a perfect solution for keeping something cold for a really long time. And other than that, it never showed any sweating on the outside, although I did feel cold on the outside of the container. It never did begin to sweat in the 70 degree. Now I don't know about if it got warmer, if that might happen, but it definitely stayed insulated well enough that I could feel cold on the outside. And if you decided to, you know, use this for food or what have you, you could actually utilize the top cap as sort of a cup or a bowl that you could actually eat out of. So, you know, kind of nice that it has this dual cap design. And I really like the nested function. That's really cool. So depending on if you need the fork or the spoon, you can choose to use either one. I wish that it had the ability to hold both simultaneously, but it doesn't seem to fit and the lid closed. So you'll have to choose which one you need depending upon what you're carrying in your thermos if you're going to be using it as a food storage container. So that's pretty much it. All the cleaning, it talks about you can soak it with vinegar, citric, you know, sponge and things, not using steel wool and such. So obviously most thermoses I think are hand clean, not dishwasher safe, and you don't throw it in microwaves, ovens, and things like that. So anyway, if you want to find out more, check out the link below. Thanks for watching.